to another episode of DragonHeisters in the garbage world of Waterdeep. I am Alexis. You can find me at Fox Bonato on the Twitters and such. I am your co-DM for the evening. And friends, welcome back. We last week said a sad goodbye to our friend Chris, who is unable to continue playing with us under this current time slot. Another D&D campaign falls to the ravages of scheduling. The biggest, baddest evil guy that D&D campaigns know throughout the world. We miss you, buddy. Anyway, we have a couple of things to announce before we get going tonight. Tomorrow, we have a special charity one-shot to benefit Animal Helper in New Orleans. And it is going to be very fun. We're all going to be doggies playing Dungeons and Dragons, meaning we're going to play as doggies. And that will be run by Liz, who you all are familiar with on our Wednesday show. She is part of Dice Priori, and she is going to be running. She's going to be leading myself, Matthew, Emma, Chase, and Rob through a lovely little romp, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of Animal Helper, Matthew.
That's me. Hi, folks. I'm Matthew Foreman. I'm at Matthew W. Foreman Twitter. I use he, him pronouns. Johnny uses he, him pronouns. He's a sorcerer. He's a sex worker. He's pretty great. Animal Helper is a 501c3 located in New Orleans. They rescued my dog Ginger. I used to do fundraising for them. I used to volunteer with them. They're a volunteer-led organization. They help special needs animals. And what that means is animals that require intensive and expensive vet care and long-term fostering needs. So the dogs that other organizations aren't equipped or skilled enough to take, Animal Helper takes in. So go find out how you can help them. Their Facebook below. Show up at the charity stream tomorrow and share the shit out of that. Watch, donate if you can, and bada bing, bada boom. Emma!
Hi everybody, I am Emma. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find me at MK Hansen on the Twitter sphere. And tonight, as always, I will be playing Mixed Magpie. What am I? I'm a wizard.
Who am I?
Who am I? And I'm an enchantress wizard who is also a sex worker who specializes in dominatrix and BDSM. That's it. That's me.
I am Ty, because Chris is no longer here, so I go next.
Yep, that's factual.
I'm Ty, and I use he, pronouns, and I'm playing Hamish Sampson. He is some sort of raced Tempest cleric, and he is also uses he, pronouns. That's about it. He doesn't do a very good job healing. You can find me here on Dice Priori on Tuesdays. I'm also I'm not running. I'm actually playing in Mythos Mystery Society. Chris is finishing up his first official Call of Cthulhu game that he started last week. He's finishing it this Saturday, called The Demented Days of Danvers. He's doing a very good job for his first time. It's very spooky. My character's for sure gonna die. It's not looking great. It's pretty fucking bad. But join us there on Mythos Mystery Society. Also, all of our episodes are up on iTunes currently, in podcast format, as well as YouTube. And I am the co-DM today. So we are going to get started with a brief recap. So last time on DragonHeisters, everyone the party woke up to find notes slid under their respective doors to Magpie, Syl, Johnny, and Hamish, each denoting a location. Clearly written from Jerok. Johnny had to go to the first place where they all met. He went to the Yawning Portal, the place the party first got their job together, and received a nice note, as well as a small gift, some sort of vial from Jerok, as well as goodbye. Magpie went to her family home, where they first did their first job for Magpie. And someone gave her, when she was there, a goodbye note and some sort of shackles. Syl went to the docks where where Syl and Jerok went on a mission together in a boat, in an infiltration. Received a goodbye note, and I actually don't know what you got.
It was a pendant.
Got it. I don't think I know what it does.
And Syl is wearing it.
Got it. And Hamish received a note as well, leading to where Jerok and Hamish first met. However, when he got there, he actually found Jerok. Jerok and him went on one last Brawny Hunters mission to rescue a dog that turned out to be dead. Ended up killing a bullet out in the forest. And Jerok left kind of without saying goodbye. Handed him a note and a small package and left before Hamish had the chance to say anything. Hamish ran after him, but wasn't able to catch up. The party reconvened, discussed whether or not they would be able to get Jerok in the future, decided that they had to kind of leave him for his own devices for a while. Got really drunk, got very drunk. Johnny tried to comfort Hamish, but he was a little too drunk for the comfort that Johnny had in mind, so he took a bath using shape water. And Syl and Magpie had a conversation a little bit, and eventually ended up returning to Syl's room for the first time. And Johnny told Hamish to meet him out by the docks at midnight after sleeping off the drunkenness, which Hamish did. But before he went to a courier and wrote a note for Jerok, as well as gave him a small gift of his own. I told the courier just to look for him in the woods and hope for the best. And that's about it for last time. Do we play the video now? Is that what happens now? I don't remember being in charge of this before.
We usually supposed to do the video before the recap, but we'll do it now. It's fine.
Here we go!
Welcome back. So, we are going to resume. It is around midnight. Johnny, you are standing on the docks of Waterdeep. Full moon illuminates the night, reflecting off the water. It's about 15 minutes till midnight, and you see Hamish begin to approach. He's armored and has a sword hanging by his side. As he gets closer, you notice he is shoeless. His feet look a little cut up and are bloodied.
What happened to your shoes? Did you just sell them?
I gave them away.
To someone who needed them more?
I think so, yeah.
Are you hurt?
He kind of looks down. I don't think so. I don't feel it.
So, do you want to go for a swim?
Yeah. Where do you want to store the this? And point kind of ruffles his armor and sword.
Just down by the dock, where it's safe.
How hold on now. How often have you been down by these docks? It's not super safe here.
They're not gonna fuck with us.
All right.
I'll fucking kill them.
He takes off. He begins to take off his armor.
So I will walk Hamish down to like the end of a dock, and well, I will begin to disrobe with him and put our stuff, kind of safely in a pile. I will even don't have my character sheet up. All right, doing good here, folks. I don't think there's anything I can do, but just like kind of in a pile at the end of a dock, so we would see someone approaching, kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I do, and I am going to use sleight of hand to use the potion of water breathing.
Sure. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. I'm actually good at these. 12.
12. Okay, you do it.
Okay.
You think Hamish may have noticed a little bit, but
Okay. I was. When's the last time you went swimming?
it's been a while. We had probably last time I was on the boat,
Oh.
crab fishing.
And how long ago was that?
A couple years, like 3.
I cannot handle everyone's anticipation. Chat, our 2 lovely ladies here. Ty.
What about you? When's the last time you swim often? You come here often?
I actually love to swim.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. We would used to walk down to the dock ward in the hot summers. I didn't live there. I lived in the slums. And I once, when I was little, I swam for so long. My eyes, the water isn't the cleanest in the dock ward, and I once swam for so long that my eyes sealed shut. They were so puffy.
I usually don't have that problem. A little disgusting. Yeah, the water here. The water here. I know it's at the bottom of it. It's not the cleanest.
That's okay.
But there's a. Go ahead.
I can part all the. I can get us to the cleaner parts.
Okay, I know a pretty clean place around here too. Pretty close.
So I am going to take the potion of water breathing.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, do you want to see who can hold their breath the longest?
Sure.
And I'm going to dive in.
Hamish will dive in as well.
And I'm quite naked.
Oh, you're already naked. Hamish still had a little bit on. He was the last vestiges. Shrugs and takes it off and jumps in after you.
I'm going to swim down and away from the docks a pretty good distance, and to where is starting to become uncomfortable. I imagine Johnny is kind of internally pretty hot because of his lineage and origin. And kind of where, just deeper in where it starts to get cold and whatnot.
Okay. I want you to roll an athletics check.
Okay. I am good at this. Athletics. 19.
Athletics. Ooh. Hold on.
And I'm going to cast Shape Water around me.
What does that look like?
It's just like a little typhoon of water around me, like a swirl.
You are continuing down at a pretty good speed, making the swirl around you. If you were to look back and see Hamish smiling, he's trailing a little bit. He's not doing his full swim speed, you think, but he's smiling and probably impressed about how well you're holding your breath and how fast you swim.
I will then turn around, which I believe I don't know if this potion gives me gills, but I am now breathing underwater.
It's your flavor, however you want to flavor it.
I think it gives me gills.
Sure.
And I will now turn around, and I will use Shape Water to cast hearts in his direction, in Hamish's direction.
You see him laugh, and he doesn't, he has gills, he can breathe just fine, which I'm sure you would have assumed. And he begins to swim closer, kind of one of those strokes, and kisses you.
I definitely reciprocate. And then I'm just going to stare at Hamish for a while. And I'm going to say underwater, assuming we can talk underwater with our gills.
Sure.
And I will say, Hamish, I have a hard time caring about others. But I care about you.
I care about you too. And I think you care more than you let on. Obviously, you cared to an extent about your friends. You care enough about us around here.
I'm trying. It's hard when you're told how perfect and smart and beautiful you are your whole life. It's hard to value others. But this is just pretty people with problems at this point, isn't it?
I guess so. I mean, people seem to appreciate you. Hopefully you can, put that back out in the world to an extent. You've already started.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being patient with me and taking a chance on me.
Thank you for being honest.
Are you ready for more?
Yeah. And he'll swim faster, more to his full swim speed, and kind of half tackles you further down into the water.
And I believe we will fade to black.
And I believe we will fuck.
I raw dog him.
What is your sex move as Johnny?
Unfortunately, I did not design it. My sex move is I get back a sorcery point.
If I had to design it, it'd be something like that or a spell slot.
Just gonna go ahead and mark that.
As that scene fades to black, moon reflecting off the water, we will cut back to Syl's room.
Yeah, it's fine. I have a mouthful of something. Sorry.
Fuck. Hey, that's me.
Silence fills the room.
as they both look into each other's eyes but think about Johnny and Hamish. Are you thinking about Johnny and Hamish? Yes.
So what do you think they're doing right now?
Well, didn't Jerok give Johnny that potion of water breathing? Well then. If they're not here in a bath, they're probably... I mean, there's an entire body of water right outside of the city.
So, tangentially related to that, and then we fade to black.
So much worse. So much worse than I thought.
No, I'm kidding.
We were all like, ooh, and now we're like, shit, it's us now.
I wasn't expecting this, so now I'm panicking about.
I know I wasn't either.
Oh, Matthew,
I
don't.
thought we already did our and they retired to Syl's room.
There was no real talking about it.
It's okay. Let's give the people what they want.
That's fine. That's fine. Then.
So, here's the deal.
Oh, there's a deal now.
Not really, but you know what I mean. There's no deals yet.
Something... Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
What?
Was there something... You know, Jerok spent the room in your night a few times.
The night in my room.
What did I say?
The room in my night.
Wait, rewind. Reverse that.
It's okay. I think you're doing great.
We're doing fine. are you okay? He's gone now. Like, what? I guess I have a few questions.
So Magpie is going to get comfortable on the bed. And she somehow also has snacks. And, well, ask whatever you want. What are your questions?
Was there something? I mean, there was obviously something going on there, but was it anything serious?
No, I think that, like I said, he was the first man to ever be honest with me about anything, particularly about what kind of demons he deals with on a daily basis. And I took advantage of that situation when the reality is that he was just a good man doing the best that he could. So, am I okay with anything? Not really, because he was a friend. He probably understood me a little bit better than I did in the moment. And now he's gone. Was there anything romantic? Not in any real sense, no. But I think I could have been better there with that whole situation. And I wasn't. So that's something I will have to carry with me for the remainder of my days. We never had any... You know, the night that he came down, he slept next to me on the floor. He wasn't even on the bed. It was like a guard dog, in a sense. And now I'll never have the opportunity to tell him I'm sorry for all of that. So...
Isn't there a spell that lets you speak to people?
I don't think Jerok is there.
What about you?
What do you mean?
Isn't there a spell that might let you speak to him?
I mean, maybe, but I don't think that...
Oh, you don't think Jerok is
I
there?
don't think Jerok is present at the forefront of that mind anymore. I could be wrong. I actually don't know what I'm talking about. But,
He spoke like himself just before he left. If that is him. I'm assuming that's him.
maybe. So anyway, that's that situation. That's the tea on that. If you were thinking that it was something more and that I'm just making my rounds, that's not the case.
Am I that transparent?
I think I'm just good at reading people.
I'm upset about how I handled things with Jerok too. But, I mean, let's be honest. I'm not sure how much better I could have done at the time.
Don't read chat. Just don't do it.
Albert, it's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, please.
It's gray, by the way. I would assume, because Hamish's skin that everyone else has seen is gray.
Oh boy, howdy.
So I would just assume it's not blue. But maybe it is. Who knows? Only Johnny and Hamish know. That's the tea. Anyway. Okay, well, I almost lost my wine. Moving right along, back into whatever the hell this is. I guess all we can do is try to be better now. And I think a lot of it comes down to my inability to trust.
I think that's challenging for all of us. I don't think it's easy when, except for maybe Hamish. I think that we've all had some shit. And I think that that's going to make it very hard for any of us to be friends, to have relationships. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. But I will tell you this, and here is what I was going to say earlier, that I'm going to leave the reins in your hands.
Suddenly feel like dancing, don't you?
You have a dance party.
The urge is gone. It's left me.
So, I am going to leave the reins in your hands because I think that you're the one who has more hurdles to jump over. And I don't ever want to make you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. And I don't ever want you to think I'm not going to honor or respect you, your space, yourself, and your wishes.
Don't you have a past that's a little similar to mine? In terms of the not having your own agency sort of thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Does your line of work help you cope with that?
I would say that yes, having men pay me to control them does help with that.
I've observed a lot in terms of humanity and the nature of people. I need to fit in. I need to adapt and not be discovered for what I am. But there are aspects that I'm not very knowledgeable on.
Are you talking about what I think you might be talking about?
Do you think that I could watch sometime?
I mean, if the client is comfortable with it, absolutely. I'm not sure. Well, all right. So I'm not sure that you would be comfortable watching what I do specifically. It might actually end up being triggering for you. So I think the best way for us to do this then is for you to have your own safe word with me. One that my client won't know, one that no one else will know, but I'll know.
That seems wise. Any ideas?
Oh, it has to be something that cannot be confused with anything else in that moment.
Mountain breakfast.
Absolutely. Yep. Perfect. That I think Jerok would love that, actually. Absolutely. So of course, you can watch whenever there is the opportunity to do so. And if you ever want some private lessons, we can do that too.
I made the mistake of reading the chat again.
Yeah, I don't even have it up anymore. I can't.
Well, I think you're not wrong in the idea of having, mountain breakfast all prepared and the like. I think you're right. Maybe it is better if I ease into that sort of exploration and study a bit slower.
We can move at whatever pace you like.
I've never actually been involved in anything romantic before.
Oh, gods, me neither.
Could we start with a kiss?
Absolutely. And Magpie will lean forward and hold Sill's face and kiss them.
Back to you.
Back to the under. How long does that potion last?
30 minutes or something.
Oh.
Let me double check. Well, I deleted it.
Super.
One second. 1 hour, and
Okay.
Johnny is gonna use every last minute of it.
Oh my god, y'all.
I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah.
I'm looking at chat now.
Oh yeah, dude, chat. I just lost my mind. That was
Catching
so
up.
good, y'all. That was so good. Seriously, good. Oh my god, that was so good. This is the best damn show on Pornhub.
We are going to get that sponsorship one way or the other.
It's coming.
It's going to be Pornhub's first D&D stream show.
I mean, well, anyway.
So right around the hour mark, are you leading the way up, or are you just waiting until the effects fade and hoping for the best?
I would lead the way up.
Okay. So once the hour begins to draw to an end, you lead up. Hamish doesn't seem to have any issue with it, and you guys make your way back up to the docks and regain your armor and weapon and clothes.
Okay. I'm gonna
Just sopping wet because there's no towels.
Oh, I'll use Shape of Water and just cast the water off my body.
Nice.
It's the best damn cantrip. I chose a cantrip for love. Can I get some fucking respect for that?
No, you can't get respect for doing things normal people do.
Hey, I don't think a lot of people would choose cantrips. Well, I'm great. Praise me.
Y'all, let's have a moment of silence, please.
For how great that is.
For Matthew Foreman at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter.
All right, moment over.
Okay,
Good job,
great.
everyone.
Matthew, hey, that's me.
We're back.
So I'm gonna say to Hamish, I'm gonna say that was. I'll never forget that. Do you want to go home now?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty late. And he offers you his arm to escort you.
Take his arm.
And arm in arm, you walk back to Troll Skull Manor. It's probably around 1. By the time you get there, it's around 1:30 a.m.
I'm gonna say to him, kind of on the way there, I'm gonna be like, I'm really gonna. Ooh, I'm gonna double check. I'm not. Okay, I'm good. I'm not muted. I'm gonna double check and say, or not double. I'm gonna say on the way back, I'm really gonna miss Jerok.
Yeah, me too. Hope he finds us again sometime.
Maybe if I get a little stronger. I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe you, I, maybe all of us can leave Waterdeep and find him and help him.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like to explore the world outside. I haven't really done much of that.
Did you ever know where he was from? Because mountains. There's all sorts of mountains.
Yeah, the one's right northwest, I think.
The northwest. The northwest.
Yeah, the Sword Mountain. He originally was from I think Raven Rock, but he grew up in the Sword Mountains.
Oh, well, he's not far then. It's not like
No.
the spine of the world or anything.
No.
Okay. Hey, let's sneak in and see if we can catch them fucking.
All right, I should take the armor off for that because my shoes are gone, but I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hamish takes the full 10 minutes to derobe his armor, I think. 5 to 10 minutes.
I will now sneak up to whichever room. Well,
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah.
Not bad.
18.
16. 17 minus 1. Which door are you going to?
I don't know. Mixed Magpies. They would definitely go down to Mixed Magpies.
All right, the Hamish and Johnny make their way to, I assume, the closed door of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Ears pressed against and don't hear anything.
Oh my god. They're fucking so quiet.
It's either a quiet fuck or it's 1:30. Maybe they had the early sex.
The old early sex.
Yeah. Some people have afternoon to night. 11 p.m. is like our afternoon, so maybe it was one of those.
Right, like a midnight delight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go to bed.
And we make our way back up to what is now pretty much, I assume, our room
Yeah, pretty much.
in the top floor, and take a rest for the night. And you guys do as well. You guys get a long rest.
Perfect.
We get no fucking sleep.
Spend the whole night making out like you're a bunch of high schoolers.
Hey, still didn't really have high school.
If this is your high school, I'm sorry. It's the worst.
Truly is Monster Hearts.
It really is.
And you guys in your separate rooms wake up the next morning.
So I will say, I've got those candidates to interview today with Mixed Magpie. What are you gonna be doing?
That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Now that I'm not doing the brawny hunting thing, I guess I'll look into how to be a bouncer. I think that's what I'm doing here. I don't know. Walk around the city, maybe. Maybe I'll. We should get breakfast. We had, it's not gonna be pies like it always is, because wouldn't feel right. But I'll try to scrounge up some food.
Okay. I will then mosey on downstairs and wait for these alley cats to come about.
Yeah, Hamish kind of just armors. He gets his old pair of shoes and just leaves. He walks out.
Question, Alexis, does Syl have one bed in their room or two?
One, I think. There was only one bed in that room.
Okay, so Magpie is going to assuming that I stayed there, I am going to rotate around and just look at you until you wake up.
Oh, good God. Syl will wake up and kind of jump. I am not used to this.
I'm still here.
That's fine. I just am not used to... I'm so used to being... You know, the way you found me that day when I didn't wake up.
Unconscious?
Well, locked in my room with...
Oh.
Yeah. By myself and knowing all the exits and everything.
Yes, that may have been why I was staring at you so directly. I was trying to see if you were still breathing.
Drive-by cat. Little Linara. Ah, right.
So you're feeling better then?
Is there blood anywhere?
I don't see any.
Well, then I think we're okay. For now.
Great.
I feel okay. I woke up. That's a start.
Oh, yeah. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, for fuck's... Really?
Yeah.
I thought she's good now.
We'll see. Just roll it.
This is the worst!
Oh, no.
It's not great.
It's not...
What'd you say, 10?
10.
Just for a second, as you say that, a second mouth appears on your throat. Sharp, gnashing teeth.
Christ.
And just bites and then just kind of folds back in.
Well, that's different. That's definitely different. That's, not the usual.
So see, that's what I'm going to have to get used to, is the multiple mouths. And if they didn't have so many teeth, it could be fun. However, right now, it's a bit worrisome.
Well, I mean, usually I'm in control of all of that.
Sure, it's all right. We'll figure it out. So, remember how last night you were like, oh, maybe I could watch and we could figure things out. So today, Johnny and I have to interview some people who want to work for us or with us or whatever.
Right.
Perhaps you could be there for that. I'm never quite sure how these things will play out, but you could be our bodyguard.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Perfect.
Bodyguard it is.
So, I'm not sure when that's going to happen. Let's go get some food. I'm hungry.
Food is good. Yes. Yes.
Is there something you're not saying right now?
No, I was just thinking about, mountain breakfasts and not the safe word mountain breakfast, but mountain breakfasts.
I'll be able to
We
figure
should
it out.
find a different safe word.
We could do that too, but I do this for a living. I think I'll be able to figure out when you're talking about the actual mountain breakfast and when you're
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was just thinking about that and how Jerok always, went and grabbed breakfasts and the pies and such.
Yep.
I guess let's go see what today will look like then.
You make your way downstairs a little bit, maybe half an hour to an hour after Johnny, who I'm not sure what Johnny's doing in that time, but Hamish has come back.
Yeah, I'm literally just downstairs, like
Waiting.
Literally, yeah, drinking like breakfast tea or whatever, and just literally chilling, waiting for people to come around.
Right as the time they are coming down, Hamish comes back in. He's holding a couple boxes, and he pulls out a nice charcuterie board, ready of meats and cheeses, a large platter of shrimp with a sauce in the middle, and a bottle of booze.
Yeah, there we go. Shrimp cocktail for breakfast. That's interesting. Is this like because you're a fish?
No, it's because it's what we had on the boat growing up. It was easy to catch and eat. Not a lot of hassle.
Oh, all right.
I got the cheese and meat too. A little bit of variety. I'm sure we got some stuff here.
So good morning.
Good morning.
I think you both just look glowing. Really nice. You must have gotten a really good night's sleep.
Had a nice swim. We had sex in the water, and then I did have.
I just wanted to know.
How was your night?
It was great.
Did you?
So we should talk.
Did
about
you do anything last night?
We had some snacks. We talked about Jerok.
Johnny's scooting the chair up.
We had wine. And then we went to bed.
Did you?
I'm not, are we? Are these feelers? What are we?
Well, she can like turn into stuff now, so I'm not quite sure the logistics.
I'm not sure what logistics this is.
Okay,
you'd
be like, but she could be anything. Oh, sorry, they could be anything.
Right. So today we have to interview.
So did you have sex last night with Syl?
I'll never tell.
I just told you.
I know, but I didn't ask.
You did. You were prodding.
I asked if you had a nice.
It was a very vulnerable moment for me, and I'm feeling betrayed.
In the background, Hamish is standing behind Magpie, and he goes like this, like.
No!
I was just asking if he wanted shrimp.
Magpie she's like actually doing this with her hands, and she's gonna look over to Syl and be like, the reins are in. So Johnny, we need to talk about today, and I think it might be really smart if Syl were there for this.
Oh, is Syl gonna get into sex work after last night?
No.
Oh.
No. I just think it might be good to have a sort of, we don't know these people. You know what it's like. It might be good to have some sort of bodyguard here. And I assume that you don't want Hamish. No offense, Hamish, but you're so nice and sweet.
I'm taken. But if you want an honest interview, I can cast a spell before leaving.
No!
Calm down.
I'm just trying to help.
So Syl wants to watch, and we're gonna do the interviewing.
Syl's going to ensure your safety.
Yeah.
And you'll do the interviewing.
Right, okay. It's fine. That sounds good. How many interviewees do we have?
We have 4. I would like to spend some time reviewing them with you prior to their arrival.
Yes.
If we could do that down in the dungeon, I would be appreciative.
Sure. Yeah, we should go over like a strategy. You be the bad cop, and I'll be the cop that's even worse.
Perfect. I couldn't have thought of anything better. All right. So their files are downstairs. The applications files. Okay. I like to pretend I'm fancy.
Okay. I will head downstairs.
I will turn to Syl and Hamish and say, give us 10 minutes and and then we'll come back up and figure out the rest of the day.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And I will go downstairs and I will show all of the applications to Johnny. And I sent you the screenshot that I have of them.
Yes.
Oh no.
So I'm very, very excited by these prospects. I love the sound of Crag. And that's actually about it.
That's the only one we want, actually.
Well, it's the one that I want.
I think it depends also what's our process here? We have very different lines of work. Are we just hiring a third individual? Are they going to work for us and do both? Are they going to be, what are they?
Well, they should be on house. Well, I envision at least one other person being on house service. Like, they just come, they hang out at the bar, they collect clientele, they fuck them, they collect the money, they pay the house. They fuck them, they collect the money, they pay the house. They fuck them, they collect the money, they pay the house.
One more time.
They fuck them, they collect the money, and they pay the house.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it doesn't need to be more difficult than that. We provide the house, we take our cut, and they operate under, they practice all the basic safety tools, and we have a room for them reserved.
So how do we test them today?
Well, I will take Crag on a test drive, of course, and I'll ask him questions and stuff.
Of course. Right. I guess I will take the other 3 then? Are you going to take another one?
How about this? See, which ones do you think are in your specialty?
I will take Lynn.
Okay. And then I think I could take Kalat.
Perfect.
Okay. I could take Xandria too. I don't mind women. But...
Nope, it's fine.
Okay.
They're
not my favorite.
Think that could be fun.
Okay. And we can switch it up. We gotta see which ones are specialists and which ones are, more generic.
Right. Okay. We can do that. I think it will be great. And then I'm going to lean in really close and say, I really want to talk to you about last night, but I also really don't want to betray Syl. It's a very delicate situation.
Oh, do you want me to use magic on them?
No!
Oh, no, okay.
No.
Sorry, I forgot.
We're trying to be good, Johnny.
Right.
Have to be good.
Right. No mind magic.
None of that.
Do you want me to break into their room and
No,
that's... No. That's right.
No! That's not what we're doing.
I forgot. It's so hard to keep this stuff straight.
Is it?
Yes.
That's fair.
Listen, I was raised by wolves.
All right. So, did you have a good night? Was it good? Was it great? Was it fun? You don't have to tell me anything. Tell me everything.
It was phenomenal.
Oh.
Did you know that he and I haven't until last night?
What?
Yeah, no. We've only been kind and we barely even kissed, really. We mostly just snuggle. Yeah. I really like him.
Like him?
Oh, yeah. I think we're like an item.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
And he's still and he doesn't care about the work.
Don't fuck this up.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I never fuck anything up. All right, I'll try not to fuck it up.
I mean, I'm trying to do the same. I'm not some saint over here.
Listen, by the way, remember that time I told you about Hamish and I kind of said it loudly in front of everybody, his religious stuff? Okay, I wasn't supposed to do that. Apparently that was a trusting thing. Yeah, so let's just never bring it up again.
I know nothing.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So, but we're going to interview these ones together. Oh, that's a spider. We're going to interview them together, right? And then take them to the round 2 interviews. That's the idea. Round 1, round 2, round 1, round 2, round 1, round 2.
Correct. I
Okay.
think that would make the most sense. And I think we should have, perhaps we should do, are you all right? Do I need to clean out the cobwebs?
No, I'm good. A spider bit me. It's fine.
All right. So I think we should do the round 1 interviews perhaps upstairs.
Yeah.
Unless you want to scare them and then we bring them here first.
No. Upstairs.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect.
And I will head back upstairs.
Wait.
What?
Can I use magic on the interviewees? Is that a violation of trust?
I think that's a violation.
Okay.
Any more questions?
But what if I'm Johnny. But what if it's so I have one spell that where they do learn about it eventually, and then I have one spell that no one can detect. So what if I just use the one that no one knows it happened?
I'm gonna lean in really close. What do you think Hamish would say about this? What would Hamish do?
But if Hamish disagreed with me, I could just charm him.
I don't think that's how this works, Johnny. No. These are not our clients. Hamish is your significant other, partner. I don't know what they call it.
Right. This is hard. Cause I have to consider what other people think and feel now.
Yes, you do.
I'm exhausted, and it's 11 a.m. So, okay. So, if they disagree with me, I can't just cast a spell on them.
Correct.
And then I have to ask them questions, and even if I think they're lying, I shouldn't cast a spell at them.
No, you should try to use this thing called instinct.
Right. Okay, well, I can read people. I'm actually pretty good at it. It's just I never really bothered trying, because if I feel like I'm, the slightest bit of resistance, or if someone is being shady, I just use magic on them. It's super convenient, actually.
I have a lot of thoughts on this. I think the biggest thing that I can say is that you have to not do that.
Okay. You know what? We'll call this a pilot test. I'll be like, why don't you tell me more about that? And then they'll tell me more about it, and I'll nod, and I won't use magic.
I think that's a really good place to start. Yeah,
okay, great.
That's good. You know what? If you struggle with that, just think of it in terms of a deal. When you go and have sex with whoever you have sex with, don't you have safe words and things that you put in place to make sure everybody is safe?
Yeah, but I usually pick really vulnerable old men that pay me a lot of money. So it's
I mean, do you think I don't? Please.
And then I usually just use magic on them anyway, so they're more compliant.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's not where I use my magic.
Oh.
I use it in a different place in my life.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds kind of fucked up.
It does. Yeah, it does. It really does. But you know what? I think you're great, and I think you're trying.
Oh, thank you. Okay, you know what I'll do? I'll think okay, I've never used magic on Hamish. So, I've almost never used magic on Hamish. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, this person is like Hamish, but not. So I wouldn't use magic on them. I'll just talk to them like a person. That's my plan.
All right, here we go.
I think I'm really good at this.
Are you saying that as you're
Yes.
Oh god.
As I fix my brilliant blonde hair, my perfect face.
Oh, Johnny, what would we do without you? And I'll come bursting through the door.
I can't remember if I charmed Hamish during the first Zone of Truth or not. I can't remember. I think I did.
You did.
I think I did, yeah.
I don't know what it was for either. I don't remember why you did.
Listen, it's not great.
All right, so we are ready. We have a plan of action. We're going to have 2 rounds of interviews. The first will be here together. Whoopsies. And the second will be separate.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Johnny is going to take. Well, okay. Johnny's going to take 2, and I am going to take 2. And then we will reconvene and discuss the results.
I cannot wait for Crag. I'm gonna have him. Well, never mind.
Anyway, any qualms, questions, concerns?
Nope. I'll see you guys later. I guess good luck.
All right.
Wait, so while you two were downstairs
Okay.
having that conversation, do you think they're talking about us?
I don't know. They said they were talking about business, so maybe. Anything you want to share?
Anything you want to share?
Oh yeah, we fucked. I thought he said that pretty loudly.
Well, I mean, was there anything that you were comfortable sharing? I mean, John did the sharing for you.
Oh, I mean, I think he knew I probably would be all right with it. No, it was good. It's been a little bit of time. But it was nice. A little more wholesome than I'm used to. Not just 2 kids on a boat. Smell a slightly fermented crab and sea salt. Those are good times. But no, it's
Turn on for you.
no. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. We're crab fishermen mostly. Some other crustaceans too, lobster, shrimp.
Okay.
But you gotta do. We got a limited number of places on the boat. You can do the smell, but it was a good time. It's a good memory. It's not always ideal, but it was nice. Remind me of that.
Thank you, Mercs of Mischief, for the raid.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
What about you?
I prefer to keep my tea unspilt for the moment.
All right. Well, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm clearly more than open about talking about.
Is it weird for you because, of Johnny's work?
No, not really. I mean, it's just what he does for a living.
And it doesn't bother you?
No, I mean, I was never one for, relationships growing up. We all, there was a lot of people, some bigger boats. It was pretty casual. Sleep with some person one night, sleep with someone else the next. Then you'd see the person from the first week, fucking the captain. It was just kind of a free-for-all sometimes. A fishy free-for-all.
That's interesting. How long were you out at sea at a time?
A long time. There were some shorter than others. The longest would be a couple months, 2, 3. Some were shorter. Some were just a day trip out and back. Depends on where they were. The little crabs and lobsters were that day.
Fair enough.
So you don't want to talk about the fucking, but what about you? Any other relationships or anything? You've been here a little while. You got the fancy clothes. You were living with the hobnobbers.
Listen, relationships require trust, and you lot are the first people I've ever trusted with anything.
Fair.
So that's what I'll say about that.
All right. Takes a sip of the liquor bottle and dips a shrimp in the sauce.
And Johnny and Mixed Magpie probably make your way back up about then. So, what's the plan?
Oh, you tell it, Mix.
2 rounds of interviews, and then I'll relay all that.
Sure.
I want Crag to choke me.
All right. Okay. We get
He-
it.
I want to test his grip strength.
Sure, of
Fair.
course.
But okay, so I was talking. I think we should cover our bases here. So for the studs or any of the other sex workers, I think we provide the space, we take a cut. Maybe maybe the client should pay us directly, the house directly. We take our cut, 20, 30, 40%, whatever we think is fair, and then they take the rest. Is that how we want to do this? Just kind of run the house for them and provide the space?
I'm gonna look over at Syl.
Whatever works.
Yeah. It's a pretty nice establishment. I mean, I would say 35% cut is pretty fair. We can negotiate with them, but
as long as they understand that you and I are boss.
Yeah, of course. And they'll abide by, be nice to the clients. Apparently, don't do things. Can you believe it? There are some, don't, of course, you don't hurt your clients. You don't use magic on the clients without their knowledge. Any kind of thing like that, we don't do here.
So we have a code of conduct then?
Yeah,
We do.
Well, that's good. Do you need me to draft something up so that it can sign it?
I don't think most of them can read.
Yes, please draft that up. We can relay it to them and have them sign it.
Sounds good. And then as far as payment, should you two will probably be working most of those times or out doing whatever it is we're doing.
Yeah.
So should
the customer should
I be right, but should I be collecting as the house then?
Yes.
If I'm running things up here?
Yes.
Yes. And
Okay.
then we'll take a cut of the house's cut, I guess, or whatever.
I guess if this is our business and we're kind of
Right.
all pooling in this business, then we take a cut of the profits, each four of us.
Yeah. I think that works well enough. It'll be pretty profitable, so.
Well, that's good.
It's not like some things where you spend a whole year doing it, the 4 or 5 of you, and you don't ever see a red cent out of it.
Right. Well, I've kind of gone over the numbers to see kind of how much it will cost us to keep this place operational on a 10-day sort of deal. And, now that everything's basically taken care of, up and running, for, my best estimate based on things that I can gather, talking to a couple other shop owners and such, I think we're going to have to be paying about, 20 gold a 10-day for things like people's wages and supplies and such, and 10 gold per 10-day for things like liquor and food.
30 gold per 10-day total
I
cost?
think so. It's what it's looking like right now. Mostly because we have Leaf and Nim to help offset, things like maintenance and upkeep. Sort of wages. Nim is going to help serve drinks, so we don't have to hire an extra bartender, so that's nice. And then Nim can help with all of the, cleanup and such. So that's always good. That keeps our costs down a bit.
Are we not going to pay Nim?
Well, we saved Nim, we are housing Nim, and we are providing Nim with supplies and a space. I figured beyond that was sort of a conversation we needed to have next, before we really opened our doors.
Okay. I don't think saving him factors into the whole thing, because I think that's just what.
Sorry, I didn't mean that as a reason that we shouldn't pay Nim. I'm just saying that this is where we are. I'm just kind of giving us a ground zero sort of. This is what happened. And then we have a conversation about where to go from there.
So we can definitely factor the room into his wages, but I think we should at least pay him a little. I don't know if he has concept of money or any of that kind of intelligence, but if he is, then we should.
And if not, then we can pay him in tools and he used to tinker. We could give
Right.
him tinker space.
And we've already helped Nim gather some of those things, but I think the more we go out and do this little we're going to be looking for Rhea, we might find things on the way there and everything. And I also don't know how long Nim is going to stay here if we do find Rhea.
Let's at least throw him a couple copper, silver, whatever it is.
That sounds good.
Original plan was also to kill both of them. So has that changed?
Oh, well, that was before we met. That he was like all sad and stuff.
All right. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I'm on the same.
Putting down a
of existence.
sad puppy.
Should I change our costs to 35 a 10-day and throw a 5 gold per 10-day in there for Nim?
Yes.
Sure.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that'll be easy to make then, because 35 gold a 10-day. I mean, shit.
As we grow, it'll probably expand in terms of our prices, but I also wasn't sure how many people you were planning on hiring, so...
Yeah, I think we're going to hire 4.
What?
Are we going to hire all 4 of them? Or, well, I guess we should find out what they're like.
We should see what they're like. One of them is very well known, so that might work well for us, or also not. Depends.
I mean, I'm well known.
I would say at least 1.
Yeah.
A maximum of like 2 or 3.
Right. Okay, let's interview him.
Okay. Hamish says good luck, gives Johnny a kiss on the cheek, and walks out. And how are you guys getting messages out to these people?
I think last time I said that before I went to bed that I would have sent out contacts to all of them and just given them like arrive between this time and this time. That's it. That's your option.
Okay. Then let's say you guys, is there anything you want to prep before they start coming in?
I think we did all of our prep work.
Okay.
So I'll interject here for just a quick second.
Yeah.
Hamish, as you leave, your thoughts go to last night and how, as you were preparing to return to the manor, you saw out of the corner of your eye, off down the docks, someone that you thought looked very similar to you.
And I'll head down to the docks. Start looking. Since I have the day off. And that will be what I do with my day. But let's cut back to the sex. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay. So, it's let's say it's around 3 p.m. when you guys had everyone decide to come in for interviews. And the first to arrive is Lynn. It is a human, kind of a little bit shorter, very lean physique, brown hair carefully combed and parted, slicked back a little bit, wearing a fine gold and purple vest, pants combo with a thin tie tucked into the vest. They walk in and give you a deep bow.
Do they say anything when they get there?
Well, they not. I mean, are you guys having the door open or closed for this? You know everyone's coming.
It'll probably stay closed.
Okay, then they knock, and then as soon as you open the door, they would have done.
Okay, and do I know, like, did they include like a headshot when they submitted their applications?
I don't think so.
Great.
I don't think so. You can roll out. You can roll your sex. We do have a sex roll in this game. You can roll to see if you've known them in any of your circles.
Okay, I'm assuming that.
Johnny, you can as well.
Nope, I have no idea who they are.
When you sex. No.
Nope.
Dog shit.
All right.
Neither of you know them.
Hello. My name is Magpie. Are you here for the interviews?
I am.
great. Your name is?
Lynn. I'm sorry. I thought the application was sent and you sent me to come here. I thought you too.
There are multiple people coming to here today, darling. I just wanted to make sure. Come on in.
Okay. Come in. Readjust their hair a little bit and take a seat or whatever you have prepped. I assume a table. Is this kind of interview?
Nah, I think we probably just do anything to the living room.
Sure.
We're all just having tea or beer, whatever it is.
So Lynn, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Oh, I'm Johnny, by the way.
This is Johnny. That is, what form does Syl take for this?
Val.
Okay, this is Val. She will be watching over this.
All right. I am Lynn. I've been a sex worker. I prefer to say escort. I am a very highly paid escort in the noble circles in the richer parts of town. I take people on dates. My conversation and beauty have gotten me very far.
I'm sorry, I'm not Val for this, actually. I just realized. If I need to be more bodyguardy, I need to be... I'm that tiefling I described last week.
Okay. Do I know their name?
No, you don't. So I'm going to... One second. So I'll describe again. So Syl is in the form of a female tiefling with like a deep burgundy skin and bright copper eyes. She has long black hair. On one side comes to about chin length, and on the other side comes about waist length. It's an asymmetric cut. And let's see. She has these dark, almost black burgundy horns that curve back across her skull and back around, curl around her ears. And her name is Claudia. She is what the kids might say, dummy thick.
Oh boy, howdy. Go ahead, Johnny.
So
I'm just here to keep y'all in line. Don't worry about it.
Shouldn't be a problem.
So Linda? Was it Linda?
Just Lynn.
Linda, okay.
Karen.
It's Karen.
No.
Listen, Karen.
Karen was my mother's name. May she rest in peace. Lynn, so you're an escort. I guess we're going to use that term. And I glance over to Mix Magpie like, who is this bitch?
I'm like filing my nails. Wait, hold
but you do offer sexual services to your clients.
I do.
Okay. Yeah, this is... I like glance around. I was like, this is, a proper tavern and an establishment. It's nice. It's going to only get nicer and more exclusive. Would the aim then in working here, you would take them on dates at this establishment?
Well, I was hoping to meet more clients here. I was hoping to, I would take some of the clients I have, bring them here for a nice night out. This place has recently been remodeled, I hear, and can see, and it's beautiful. It's come a long way from what it was.
How long have you been an escort?
About 5 years now.
What's your favorite thing about it?
The variety of people. I enjoy having the conversations with all walks of life, getting to know each person individually, and meeting their needs.
I glance over to Mix Magpie.
So, out of curiosity, are you always this, like, nice and proper and, like, prim? Or is this because of the interview? Like, who are you? Who is Lynn?
Well, I can get down and dirty if that is what my partner requires. But when I'm out and about the town, I tend to dress in a nicer fashion. I'm, once again, in the Castle Ward, in the North Ward. I try to fit my clients. I try to dress up to them.
And who do you think? No, let me rephrase. If you were to bring clients over here, which one would be the highest paying client that you have?
What would be the highest paying client I have? There is a widow, a Madame Clarissa. Of
Do I know them? Have I heard of them?
Roll a.
Sounds very prominent. Crime check?
Have I?
Nope.
Have I heard?
Yeah, you have a thing for that, don't you?
Courtier, yep.
Yeah. Her.
Both courtiers.
Yep, we're both courtiers. We're just in slightly different circles.
Yeah,
And I rolled a 2, so fuck me.
Nope.
Rolled a 15 plus. What am I rolling?
Crime.
Really?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay. 20. Dirty 20.
It takes a second, but you do know because the last name was not provided, but there was a Clarissa Grellian, a house where her husband died. She was they did not have any kids, and she is a little bit older now. She's probably in her mid-70s.
Hot. All right. All right.
But still, you know this unless you want to relay it to everyone.
And
I will in time.
Okay.
Got it.
Or whenever it seems to make sense. I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'll let Nick's Magpie keep going.
No, you were going to ask something. Go ahead.
Okay.
Can you message me that, Ty?
Fun fact. No, never mind. I'm gonna say. And how are you? Do you have much experience with offering fetishes and kinks? Incorporating that into your services?
Their eyes kind of look up to the left for a second. Says,
That's a no. And that's okay. I don't offer many kinks.
Not often. No, I have not had many clients ask for that beyond a little, light spanking, some choking.
A little punishment. Yeah. Okay. What nights would you? What night? Well, what day? What time frames and what time frame and days would you be available to work?
I tend to be busiest Fridays and Saturday evenings, as most. But I am available almost any other time. I can, like I said, I'll bring some of my clients here. But I would like to expand my repertoire and try to work some days if possible, or some weekday evenings.
I'm gonna glance over to Mix Magpie.
Is there anything? We're nearing the end of the first part of the interview. Is there anything that you wish that we had asked you about?
What? No, I think covered most of it.
Do you have any questions for us?
What is your goal for this establishment? I know you're planning to reopen as some sort of tavern, I heard, but with the introduction of sex workers, is it going to be kind of a brothel type situation or a sex hangout?
No, I think it's a tavern with
swingers club.
No, I think it's just a good, classy tavern with sophisticated and comprehensive services. Adults who know that just because a place offers sex doesn't mean it's all about sex. That makes sense? That's the kind of...
Yeah.
We want clientele who know that it's okay to be horny, but that, it's a choice to be horny.
They smile and say that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I guess that sums it up.
The next portion of this interview, and of course you're not, this is next portion of the interview is what we'd kind of call a skills lab, live demonstration.
Okay. What would you have me do?
You're going to wine and then dine and then whatever the kids say happens after that.
All right.
Except we're going to skip the wine and the dine. Just
Yeah.
go straight to the dessert.
Straight to the end of the night. All right. And they start undoing their tie.
Oh no. We'll go downstairs for that. We have different rooms, and I have a very distinct specialty. We'll just go to my room. It'll be fine.
All right.
Question. Oh, sorry. Quick question there, Mixed Magpie, Johnny. Doesn't the ability to gain clientele also depend on the skills of whining and dining?
I'm gonna like slowly turn and like look. Yes.
Why not that part of the interview?
We could.
I mean, the second part is important, sure, but you ain't gonna get there without the first.
I'm gonna like turn to Johnny. Do we want to have dinner with Lynn?
You can.
It's just a thought.
Have
You
a
can
nice
want
lunch.
with it.
Magpie will go up and pick up the remainders of the charcuterie board and grab a bottle of alcohol and start walking downstairs.
Oh, all right. And readjust the tie and follows you down.
The moment they're out of earshot, I turn to Claudia / Sil, and I say, "Wine and dine. What a namby-pamby princess! It's so ridiculous and old-fashioned."
What, you don't think seduction includes a little bit of the before the sex?
God, no. I can turn out a client and make a several hundred gold if I want within like an hour. Wine and dine. Amateur shit. The only thing they want is good, hot fucking. And they want to believe that they're the most special thing in the world. You can do that in the long way, you know. Wine, dine, dinner. That's one strategy, but I just do it through force of personality.
At that point,
Is that part of the whining and dining to see what her force of personality is?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's not like she's paying for the whining and dining if she's working here.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's amateur hour. That's what I'm saying. I could do it in 10 minutes.
Don't you want to see what the skills of your supposed employee would be then?
Oh, I'm not hiring Linda. We don't need that kind of service.
I'm going to, at that point, I will have been up there like listening to like Johnny ranting.
I said out of earshot.
I know, but I came back up because I'm looking for Claudia.
Oh, hey.
Sugar, what can I do for you?
Did you want in on this? As a second set of eyes. Also to make sure I don't die.
Sure, I'll keep you safe.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Claudia joins the dungeon, apparently.
Dungeons and Dragons.
There are
We
dungeons.
have the dungeons.
We have the dungeon part.
We
yeah.
have the
First dungeon
dungeon.
we've ever been to in this
got
game.
that down real good.
There's dragons here. So
there sure is at least one dragon.
I will probably just, we don't have to role play through it, but I have I asked Lynn a few more questions just like about their life in general. And what they did before this and how the business plans to work here and favorite color or whatever it is people talk about at dinner.
Lynn responds and asks you some questions about yourself. Just makes play conversation. Make sure your drink is filled with the whatever bottle is there. Is very very cordial kind of dinner guest until you want fuck.
And then we fuck.
Oh my god.
When you sex.
When you sex.
And then we come back up from downstairs.
Lynn is once again fully dressed and says, anything else? Or I hope to hear from you soon.
Yes, we will absolutely contact you one way or the other.
Thank you. And gives a nice bow and leaves.
So here's my thinking.
Yeah. Are you talking to me or them? Her?
I'm talking to you, Johnny.
Okay, you come back up.
Here's my thinking. I think that if we were to hire them, it would bring in a lot of the clientele that prefer the kind of work that I do. So that's just a thought.
So
I'm also thinking that we would be able to offer the 3 pillars of sex work.
Yeah, the experience, the kink,
escort.
and the...
Yes, exactly.
That's true. I just... You know me. It's not my bag, but... The newbie customers eat that shit up. Oh,
That's sort of what I was kind of trying to say, but you articulated it better than I could.
I'm not
People
really
who
here
aren't,
for the sex. I'm just here for a nice date and a good time. Yeah.
Some people want to be seduced. What's wrong with that?
There's all sorts of seduction. Some people want the illusion of civility when really what they're looking for is a good, hot time.
Some people need the whining and dining.
Yeah.
And if she can offer that, then as long as you all think that it's worth hiring her.
Yeah. I'll
If
put
it
her...
brings in the business, it brings in the business.
I'll shift her to the final round. How about that? Like the final consideration. Rather than the no pile.
All right. Lynn is in the baby pile.
I mean, if y'all have 4 potential employees and you're looking to hire somewhere between 1 to 3, there's no reason to make cuts now.
No, I'm not making cuts.
Right. So it's fine. You had this interview. You have things to consider. Meanwhile, I've been drafting in between that interview before that one started, and now I'm continuing to draft that little code of contact form for, whenever we get to the actual hiring process. Is there anything you want me to include?
Safety.
No using magic on people.
Unless they
I got that one. It's right here. It's number 1. If you think of anything, let me know. Put it in here.
Okay. Who's next?
Yeah, after a couple more moments, you hear a very loud pounding on the door.
Oh.
That's for you, Johnny.
That's a good sign. I will open the door.
In front of you, you see a fairly tall, about 6'1". He's an Earth Genasi. He is wearing what seems to be a very tight-fitting shirt. He is almost bursting out of it with his muscles. He's got kind of craggy, dark, rocky brown skin, and a kind of on the top of his head there are rocks kind of jutting out into an almost spiked faux hawk.
Does he have a tribal neck tattoo?
He doesn't, unfortunately.
And a barbed wire one around his arm, because that would actually complete the...
Really reeks of axe.
Okay, but what about like the puka shell necklace or bracelets?
That would do it for me. Unfortunately, I have a type, and that is unfortunately it.
Craig, I'm here for the interview.
Of course you are. Why don't you have a seat, sweetness? Do you need a drink? Do you want a water or a beer?
Oh, I'll have a little early, but I'll have a beer, yeah.
Alright, I can get him an ale or whatever the fuck beer is in this sitting. So, Craig, I'm Johnny. It's nice to meet you. And I shake his hand.
Nice to meet you as well. He gives you your hand in a very firm grasp.
I'm Mix Magpie. Hello, I'm the other half of the team.
Pleasure. Offers you his hand as well.
HR and security, Claudia.
Nice to meet you. Offers his hand.
Don't mind me. They're going to do all the talking from here on.
All right. Takes a seat.
So, Craig, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I've been in the business about a year now. I was got a job at the Hot Fist down in the
choice. That is actually a choice, and that is actually now in the world, and we all have to live. we all live here now, actually.
What are you doing to our Waterdeep?
It's the best. It's the best version of Waterdeep.
It's been a good year on Dice Priority, but that unfortunately is the end of this channel.
These executive decisions about our world. What is this?
Please join us on our Pornhub channel, The Hot Fist.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Christ.
I'm dying.
I'm sorry, did you say Hot Fist? You must have misspoke.
No, The Hot Fist.
Not sure. One more time. What was the name of the establishment?
It was, the Hot Fist. It's in the slum ward. It's we specialize. You probably can guess it.
Oh yeah, I got my start there. It was called something else back then, but yeah.
Yeah, new owners. Got a real.
They should probably go back to the other name.
Yeah, what was that? What was the other name?
No, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I was gonna say something worse. It was Swamp Ass, if I remember correctly.
That's really terrible.
It's
So much worse.
It's way worse.
I'll go to the bathroom real quick. Take 1 minute to re-workshop that name. Take 1 minute, please.
Let me think.
Red Velvet, y'all. That's
no,
perfect.
it's D&D, so it would be something like the Velvet Unicorn. Wait, that's bestiality.
No,
Well,
not
I can think of
necessarily.
one, but it wouldn't be great for a gay club.
Yeah, actually, if it was
The
called
Velvet Unicorn?
Velvet Unicorn,
Perfect.
That's the thing. That's
Perfect.
absolutely
There
a
we
thing.
go. Velvet Unicorn. We're good.
Anyway, while we're waiting for Ty to come back, you may notice that last week we had a little a bit goal up, and this week we don't. It's because we met our bit goal, and our bit goal was to give Chase a goth makeover, and we met that, and that is happening on Friday. So Friday at 4, I will be having my usual Alexis Attempts art, 4 p.m. Central, and then take a short break so I can have dinner. And at 7:30, we're giving Chase a goth makeover. It will be his first ever goth anything, apart from, his goth wife. So,
Sorry.
There it is. There it is.
Oh boy.
That was said, and we all live here together now.
I mean, he's come to the goth club with me, but this will
I
be
bet
the first
he did.
time he's ever getting gothed up, and it's exciting, and it's happening. So
I'm back.
get ready for that.
I'm back. What do we got here?
Y'all,
We've got the Velvet Unicorn. That's
Y'all-
what we've got.
I think this is just her real name, but I tweeted that smut is the 4th pillar of D&D, and someone named Melanie Plowright followed me.
Oh,
This is how it starts. This is the
hell
sponsorship.
yeah.
This is the sponsorship. This is how we get it.
I think it's just her name. But Plowright got me. Sent me.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Anyway, what were we saying? Oh yeah, Crag. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
As Ty, what'd you guys come up with? It was the Velvet Unicorn. That's the final answer.
Final answer,
Yeah,
apparently.
the Velvet Unicorn. You're welcome.
Sorry, what was the question? One more
So
time.
you worked at the Velvet Unicorn, or you still do?
The Hot Fist. It was,
But you were gonna call it the Velvet Unicorn, just because that's where I grew up, and that's
That's
what
a
I
better
remember.
name anyway.
Memories.
Less
Alright.
on the nose.
And what else then? What else about you should we know? You worked at the thing.
Yeah, that's where I was working. I was gonna be a bouncer at first. I was gonna work in bars, but I got this penis.
Oh man, he's like all my ex-boyfriends rolled into one. It's not great. But I'm not proud of it.
Gee.
The tea
Holy
tonight is
shit.
Anyway,
Scorching hot.
so I will say, and what kind of services do you offer there? What kind of clientele do you tend to?
Well, at the Velvet Unicorn. It's it's a little bit rougher of a crowd, but they pay well. We got some regulars. We got some some people, some occasionally some higher class people that wander in, and you know how it goes.
And do you discriminate between gender roles?
No.
Good. It'd be okay if you did.
No, I work all sorts of clients.
And do you offer any kink or fetishes services?
It's the hot fist is pretty much anything goes. It's a real Velvet Unicorn.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, it's gonna take a little bit.
Good.
It's kind of an anything goes type, so I'm pretty open. I got some. I've seen
Some shit.
seen a variety of things there. You pick up some skills.
Gotcha. So kind of basic skills on that front. Mixed Magpie, did you have a question for our lovely interviewee?
What's your highest paying client? How much do you get?
I have a regular that's there's 2 gold on average. Not all the time. It's a noble that sometimes sneaks down.
Oh. What is the favorite part of your job?
Favorite part of my job. I like the freedom. I can, you just pound out some clients in a night, and you go,
Don't do that with your hand.
grab. Sorry, I'm getting used to it. You just.
Oh, the tea.
You pound out some clients in a night, 3 or 4, and then you go grab an ale with your friends. You go watch a show. It's a very freeing job. Gives you the luxury of money and freedom.
Okay.
Right.
Now we observe a series of safety protocols here. If you're getting you should have a safe word. You should, of course, ask for your client's consent and always check in with them. The client should be enthusiastic and happy about your interchanges. You don't use magic or any kind of supernatural forces on them. And if they want to leave it for any reason at any time, or if you feel unsafe, then that's okay. Is anything about that troubling to you?
No, I usually don't feel unsafe, but yeah, I'll.
You had a very lucky time there in the slums, because I felt unsafe most of the time I lived there. Do we have any other questions for our lovely interviewee?
Nope. I think that now we just need to take you for a quick test drive.
All right.
Well, not me.
No.
That one.
Starts taking off his shirt.
Well, I hope. Well, actually, just keep going. Claudia, did you want to keep me safe? Did you want to watch?
A mouthful of Cheeto, sorry. I will. I'm at your disposal to make sure that you are both safe. Sure.
If you want to, come and watch. I think I'll be safe otherwise, but yeah.
It's my job to keep you safe. I'm going to do that.
Sure. And I will take Crag to Pound Town, or he'll take me to Pound Town, whichever.
As you guys are walking up to your room, I assume he says, "Yeah, I got a client. There's a couple, a little bit older, that it's kind of the same arrangement. I think we're about to engage in."
Okay, great.
And walks you up to the room.
Oh God, it's reminding me. Never mind.
See.
Hey, you're the one who asked.
Fraternities. That's all I'll say.
Ugh.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's not
Yeah.
great.
Not great.
Common redirect.
Still studies.
Yeah, I'm messaging. Much like I messaged.
He's messaging me the STDs Johnny now has.
No. Yeah, I got some deets on Lynn. You're gonna get the deets on Craig. You
Okay.
can share it all later.
T. Oh, I'm getting like deets.
Yeah, you and your
Performance deets.
Yeah.
Oh, when you is this Discord or Messenger, boss?
Zoom.
Okay, great. That works.
He's sending you deets.
We're literally doing sex workers in it. We're not hand waving it, folks. We're literally like the minutia of like
I
Matt.
don't know if you saw earlier, but I posted in chat. I said Dungeons and Dragons and human resources.
Matt does hiring and helps do hiring in real life, so this is like not a problem for me. But it's just like I'm cracking up.
This is ridiculous. Still's taking notes.
We're
Mental notes.
literally doing a sex work HR in D&D. What is this?
Mm-hmm.
All right then.
And after a little bit, you guys make your way back down the stairs.
This is Monster Hearts, but with the illusion of us playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Correct. We like to roll more dice than just 2d6. That's all this is.
That's exactly it. It's
We like the
well,
combat.
You know what? I want variation in dice, so
We just really want to use these d20s. We need them.
We're so terrible. We don't need the system to tell us how to be trash.
It's true. The trash was inside us all along.
That's right. We don't need the mechanic assistance. We got it.
accurate.
I come back positively glowing. I'm like, well, Craig, we'll definitely get back to you. Have a nice day.
You too, thanks. And he nods at Magpie and the rest of you, and leaves.
Doodles!
Well, he was a very energetic man. Definitely keep that in the mix.
Hot Fist is like really on the nose for that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not. I mean, let's not go there.
It's probably a line for Bill.
That's a line. We're calling that right now. We're not talking about
The longest fisting we've learned,
Yeah,
guys.
please.
Look at that.
Moving around, bouncing off of that, redirecting. Fuck me.
Well, that is
did.
just what happened.
Yeah. Christ. All right. I will say. So, 2 more interviews, candidates.
You need a break after that?
No.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Got proficiency in Constitution saving throws.
Oh my god.
Literally supernaturally enhanced endurance. There's a reason I picked sorcerer.
Sorcerers!
Yep.
After a little bit, you hear another knock on the door. Not quite as loud as the last one, but still fairly loud.
Here we go.
Dainty.
Oh, that's me. I
Yes.
open the door.
I'll open the door. It's
Okay.
fine. I'm security. I got this.
You open the door, and sitting behind it is a fairly tall, about 5'11", tall, very muscular, kind of slightly tanned skin, elven female. She's got very close cropped blonde hair. That is kind of just it's organized, but not really. There's not really anything to it. It's not like slicked or anything. It's just up. And she's wearing a kind of a black robe with a red trim. I am Xandria. I'm here for interview.
Hi, Xandria. I'm Claudia. I'm here as HR and security. This is Mix Magpie. That's Johnny. They'll be conducting this interview here. I'll just be here for security purposes and the like.
Oh, hello. It should be fine.
Welcome.
Yes.
Have a seat.
Yeah, that didn't work for some reason.
Did not register.
No, I didn't hear that one at all.
It was the popcorn.
She walks in and takes a seat. I am Xandria. Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Xandria. I'm Johnny. So I guess we'll just get started. Xandria, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I have come to Waterdeep very recently. And I did not have a job. I was hired.
Oh my god.
I-
What are you doing, Ty? I'm like, is this like, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna say, oh, is there a language you're more comfortable speaking?
Oh yes. And she switches to Elvish.
Oh, great.
Woo, I speak Elvish.
And so do I. I'm a half elf. And so
I also speak Elvish.
Sick.
perfect. So I will speak. So where are you from? If you're not from Waterdeep.
I am from Neverwinter.
Oh, okay. I don't know why you don't speak common then, but okay. So must have been affected by the spell plague. Okay, and what kind of experience do you have in this field?
Like I said, I started recently. I was hired by a man when I came here. He had several other girls that he would pay, and then that's how I made my money. And at a small place, and I'm hoping one day to use that money to get a bigger place and maybe be in shows. I want to be an actress.
Boy, howdy.
Oh man, what is Welcome to America doing in our lobby? Like,
No.
what is this? I'm exploited immigrant. Okay, do you have any debts with this person that helped you?
Oh no.
No? Okay. So you're free, you're like a free person, you're not wanted by anyone?
No.
Oh, good. Well, so you have some limited experience. Well, I'll let Mix Magpie, how about you go, honey?
Do you have any specialties?
Sex?
Sure, that's a special one. All right. What is, tell me about your... Oh, fuck, you're, quite a trope.
I don't feel comfortable fucking this one.
That's my job.
Yeah.
Do you, feel safe?
Yo, yes, I enjoyed the sex.
Okay. Sure. All right.
It feels good, and I make money.
Right. Isn't that wonderful?
Christ. Is this the whole setup? Is this character a whole setup so you can say when you sex? Is that what this is? That's what it feels like. It's a setup. Well, when I sex, I like the sex. Hey, what the fuck is this, Ty?
Listen, this is what the people want.
Chat just lost their minds.
I have no questions for this one.
Well, you know what? We just had an emergency, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to conclude the interview, but we're going to reschedule this. And thanks so much for coming by. And I'm just going to stand them up and get them the fuck out of our inn.
When should I come back for interview?
I'll reschedule you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I
Yep.
look forward to... And just close the door.
What the fuck was that? Christ. It was like talking to a teenager. All right. Great.
Well, that's on no pile.
Yeah. Sometimes you cut them early.
Okay.
At least she's sex positive, I guess. I don't know what to say about that one. What was that I just watched?
I do not know. She was from Neverwinter but couldn't speak common.
I mean, there are plenty of communities that are a bit more isolated, I guess. It's a big enough city.
That's true. Neverwinter is separated into enclaves. Maybe they're more segregated than I realized.
Are they not called gulags anymore?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think they were ever called gulags in Neverwinter, but I ain't been around that long.
Wait, never mind. Nothing. Matt almost said something truly terrible. Anyway, moving on. Not terrible, but anyway, moving on. So the last one is this hoity-toity of Murgatroyd Kalat. The well sought after and probably going to cost us an arm and a leg to employ.
Correct.
Here's my thing. And I mean, we'll interview them, of course. But, like, we're the stars. Do we really want someone with that much voltage working for us?
No.
But let's interview him anyway.
Of course.
Yeah. I want to diversify. So the more I think about it, I actually kind of like Linda. They were great.
Who the fuck is Linda?
The escort.
Lynn?
Yeah, duh. Thank you. Linda.
Oh.
What?
After this, you hear a knock on the door.
I think it was Karen.
That was my mother's name. May she rest in peace.
Do you want to get it?
Let's let the bodyguard get the door.
Oh, right.
And I'll just sit, like, on my couch, like my fainting couch, all delicate.
It's hot.
I can't possibly get up and answer the door. I need defended. Defend me, Claudia. Open my door.
Oh.
I'll open the door.
Door opens. Behind it is a about 5'9", a Shadar Kai. Pitch black hair, contrasting against the unnatural-looking alabaster skin. They're wearing a black vest and matching pants, and a sort of cloth mask covering the bottom half of their face. They have spiked bracers adorning both arms, and an intricately woven leather choker around the neck.
Hello, my name is Claudia. Welcome. I'm sure you're here for the interview. What was your name?
Kalat.
Clat. This is Magpie. This is Johnny. They'll be conducting this interview. I'm here for security and HR and human resources purposes. So they'll be conducting the majority of this interview.
Very well.
I cannot believe I'm sorry, I still cannot believe we're long-form role-playing the sex work interviews. What the fuck?
Hey, it's 2000.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Human Resources.
We're the worst. Fuck, who needs Critical Role when this show exists?
That's right. That's right.
Anyway,
We could have both, I could just slip into my jester voice and
Oh,
then,
no.
it could be fine.
Jester is sex work HR, I don't know.
Oh no, she's been around it like her whole life
I should've
though,
had
so
you-
she kind of knows about it.
I should have had you be a sex worker with that voice. That's what I should have done for the last one.
It's not great.
We can have a spontaneous interview.
Someone shows up. It's this.
It's Jester. Oh god.
Hello, it's me, Jester.
I don't know about that.
Christ, that's a no from me, dog. So I'm gonna say, Kalat, I'm Johnny. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
This is Mixed Magpie.
Oh.
Kalat.
Yeah, a charming one. Very chatty. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
I have been in this business for quite some time. 16 years.
Oh. Mhm.
I have I deal with a very specific clientele who is acclimated to what I do and seek me out.
And what is it that you do?
I specialize in bondage, and, a little sadomasochism.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, this is a really good interview, but I have no more questions.
Oh, I do. So you specialize in BDS, bondage and sadomasochism. Do you do anything very extreme or mystical?
I can, yes.
No, I mean, do you though? Do you offer those services?
I do, yes.
Oh,
That is
such as?
I have a few tricks if you would like to see them.
I mean, I don't want them done on me. If you could just explain.
Oh, I have, I mean, kind of looks over at both of you. I'm not always willing to share my practices with just a viewer, but I have some tricks where I can make clients levitate and perform acts on them if they desire. I have some clients prefer instead of choking, a more mystical lack of oxygen that I can provide.
Do you know who I am?
They're going to roll. They're going to roll their sex check. Kind of eyes narrow from beneath, they're wearing an undermask, but eyes narrow. And I believe I have heard of you. You are Johnny.
The
magical prostitute.
Yes, or magical sex worker, as is more politically correct. Yes, so I kind of like this whole thing you've got going here. I just want to make sure. Okay, so you offer those services. What are the other fucking questions we've been asking? What do you, hope to earn? Like, what do you usually charge?
Depending on what services the client wants, how extreme. I have a sliding scale starting at 5 gold, going up to 20.
Respectable. Good. They can't all be, clients who give you 700 gold. Let me think. Why do you want to work here?
The dungeon I was working out of has closed down, and I need a new place to work.
Why did they close?
There it is.
Previous owner decided they wanted a change. Decided they want to go into different business. I believe they are now in an export business.
Oh, they weren't like rounded up by the Order of the Magus or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
If I was to work here, is there a proper dungeon where I work, or would I be able to bring my own things?
Do we have more than one dungeon? Basement? Area? We might be able to set you up with something. I actually don't. So.
All right. So, I'm assuming then that you have no idea who I am, which is fine.
They're gonna roll a sex check too.
Ooh.
I's gonna look over to you. I've heard of you, yes.
Right. So then you must know what I do.
I do. And I assume you do not want to do that every single night of the week, and that's why you were looking for others.
Oh. Hadn't considered that. Yes, no, that's exactly what I had thought of.
Yeah.
So, we do have a place. However, there will be at least one corner that you will not be able to touch or use during any of your time should we hire you.
Very well. Is there some sort of closet or cabinet I can put my tools and wares in? It is a lot to lug around from here and there.
Yeah, I'm sure that we could figure something out.
Good.
Does anyone have any more questions?
No. So what we're going to do now, of course, with your consent, and we're going to go to the skills portion of the lab of this interview. Should you take this one? I think I was going to take this one.
Oh, I'm fine taking it. Doesn't matter.
Can I watch?
Sure, let's have a big watch party downstairs, shall we? Let's go.
Yay!
And for the last sex. Everyone goes down to the dungeon.
When
To
you said
Literally witness Magpie attempting to go toe to toe with this one.
I want you to roll a check. Roll a d20. Roll your sex check one more time.
Ooh. I don't know. What's the difference between my sex check and my
Charisma.
crime check?
sex checks is charisma proficiency.
Yeah.
Crime is intellect.
Oh, okay.
proficiency, Generally,
Good die for this one.
I love how we have custom skills.
Shouldn't you just be seeing like
Hi.
how well she can do your job?
Yeah, but it's mixed Magpie, so she has to get all weird about it.
That's
I
right.
do. I'm a bit competitive, and I rolled
Very
a
territorial.
20.
You rolled a dirty 20.
No, natural 20.
Ooh.
Woo!
Yeah.
+4.
You've turned this into a competition, but maybe not the greatest interview technique. But for a while, they are like they do have skill. They have skills rivaling your own. It seems not quite as good.
Okay.
In implementing magic a little more than you do. But you probably have a higher skill with your linguistics. I think during your. We're not gonna do this.
Conning.
I'll send this in. We're gonna decide
They're
this.
conning.
I'm really good at talking people through this.
The veil exists for a reason.
She is a cunning.
That up real quick. We got a peek
Cunning.
behind it. We're throwing it back up.
Christ.
I'm gonna type. I'll type it out. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, do give me all of those details.
And then we're gonna do the powwow decision-making portion. Should we cut to Hamish and then decide, or?
You don't have to do that. I mean, we don't. If I don't know how much Alexis has planned, we can always do that. Not this session if we don't need to, because we're getting close.
Okay.
Yeah, we're close to end.
Yeah, we're getting close.
We are getting close.
Chat's getting close
to
too.
finishing.
Chat's getting close too.
That's right, they are.
Oh my. The accuracy of it all.
What the hell's AO3? I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. It could be something really bad. AO3.
Folks, don't forget, tomorrow we're having a charity stream for Animal Helper. Bring your bits, bring your donations.
Oh, that's weird.
The
Not what you said. Sorry.
Oh.
I know.
I googled it.
Oh, what is?
Yeah.
You have to Google shit that's in the lowdown on the Sexcapade.
No.
Wow.
No. Well,
no.
yes, but no.
Oh no, what's happening?
What does it mean?
I didn't get the message.
No. What is it? What did you Google?
I don't want to say it. AO3.
Can you tell us?
No, because I googled AO3.
I see what you're Googling. You're Googling from chat.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway.
I
anyway.
sent the message. The message has been sent. All the messages are sent.
Great. Got it. Thank you so much. We will return and go upstairs. Magpie will look very pleased with herself, as she often does.
Shit, I shouldn't laugh that loud at night, but fuck me. I love it. I love how Val Sil / Alexis is like, shouldn't you do this? I'm like, yeah, but it's a mixed Magpie. She has to get weird.
I have to make it weird.
Yeah.
I have to win this.
It's now a competition. even though it
I'm
shouldn't.
better.
When you win at 6.
Yeah.
That's
So, what did
Magpie in a nutshell.
Emma? What did you just say? Mixed Magpie did? What was the last thing that you said?
She looks very, very pleased with herself,
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
as she often does.
as I often do.
Very true.
I am always. I am the best.
So, we've got 3 pretty solid candidates. Whatever that other one's name is not an option, the one who didn't make it to round 2. I think we want Linda, right?
All right, but we have to call them Lynn.
Oh, is that like their nickname?
I think it think it might have been their actual name.
It's their name.
I'm not good with names.
All right,
We've
but
noticed.
it's Lynn.
Lynn.
I think
Lynn.
Lynn's clientele will appreciate people who know names, though. Yours might not care about being called the wrong name, but Lynn's clientele, I think, will care.
My clientele. Never mind. My clientele lets me call them whatever I like to call them.
That's kind of my point. You don't have to learn names because of your type of clientele.
Okay, so Lynn
You're doing great.
is pretty much a yes. I think we're all there.
I would agree.
Even though not my thing, but diversification. Crag could take, honestly, a lot of my load off, maybe. Because,
Didn't he just, though?
well, he did. He was very impressive. Nothing fancy, but impressive. I think he would really clean up with a lot of the people who want quick service.
All right. And what do we do about Kalat?
See, Kalat, that's up to you. But I'm fine with having them around, because, I mean...
Honestly, I don't want to do that every night, so it might be
Right.
nice to have,
If we're just collecting the money off the top, we can really take a step back from the life and just kind of do it here and there.
All right, but I was better, don't you think?
Of course. There's only one mixed magpie.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, I honestly haven't been taking that many clients on since I met Hamish. And part of that's because, it's because what we've been up to. Now, Hamish and I are getting to it, so that's a whole other thing. But, listen, I've been in the game for 12 years. And I'm fine just managing the studs and the workers. And, taking clients here and there.
Sure.
I mean, the client that I got last night, the other night, I mean, they paid me so good I could practically retire.
They pay you all that for just the work?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Are you rolling deception for that? I'm speaking as a DM.
Sure.
Yeah, roll insight. You don't believe him.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Heyo.
27. Natural 20.
Damn! Natural 20 definitely beats my... Holy fuck!
Yeah, you believe Johnny?
I definitely believe Johnny.
All the way.
Fuck!
And yeah. Wasn't I exaggerate, but it was a good little chunk of change. So...
I like how you just lied to us again, by the way.
So... Yeah, I really don't fancy, I'm not going to be... I mean, listen, with all that we've been getting up to lately, it's not like we're going to be sitting here working the old 9 to 5, right?
I mean, we have to basically... we have to basically scour the city for this individual, this construct, with that little... What is that thing called? That, nimble right detector device that we got?
The Deluminator looking thing.
Right, whatever that is. Got that umbrella thing whirring around on it.
Woo!
Yeah, that. Basically just gonna have to do this the hard way and just scour the whole city.
All right. Now, the only other piece to this little equation is that we are still hiding a member of the Zents here upstairs. Are we just going to keep going business as usual with that? Or do we want to consider it? I think it's so weird now.
Why are we sheltering them again?
I actually can't quite remember why we decided to take her in the first place, but she's here now.
Wasn't she paying us?
You run the books. I do not.
Yeah.
Why, yeah. Alright.
Ty, do you have down how much she was paying us?
I do somewhere.
Because I'm not sure where I have.
I'll check it. I have it somewhere. I'll send it to you guys. It was
Good.
she paid half up front and half when she leaves. Was the agreement, and it was for 10 days, I think, which you are now like
okay.
like 5 days into.
We're good then.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Right. So at the end of this 10-day, we'll be able to reevaluate where we stand on that.
That's right.
But the money is helping.
Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan with every interaction we've had with the Zentarum.
It seems like they're in it, a lot more than they let on.
Yeah, and like, why would we help them? I mean, Mixed Magpie, you're great and all, but I mean...
No, I mean, I don't, that's a complicated situation for me.
That is a good question. I have not actually sat down, and we haven't really sat down and talked too much about what your connection with them is.
That is right. We have not.
You're like a member?
I am a member.
Okay.
Yes.
How deep in are you?
Not that deep. I'm definitely one of the fledglings, so to speak.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I had a Zoom froze for me. Yeah, Zoom froze for me. My connection is weird. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yes.
it's fine by me.
Okay. What just happened? What'd I miss?
The only thing she said is she's not in that deep.
Not in that deep. Okay.
What
does that mean, not in that deep?
So I am sort of considered one of on the lower rung of things. My story time. I had bigger plans when I first joined them. It's a little bit wibbly wobbly in my head now because of just about everything that has occurred over the last several weeks.
By the way, you notice that Syl's mannerisms and just body language and everything are distinctly different from when you've known her as Val or as Syl. As Claudia is much more laid back and seemingly confident, but at ease.
So now that they're all being rounded up, are you going to get promoted?
Are you in danger? Do you need to stay hidden?
That's
Should we be advertising that you're here and that you have services to offer and all that if people might be looking for you?
I don't know. Can I roll here? Do I considering how not deep into the Zentarum I was? Can I see?
Roll something. Roll an intelligence check.
Roll the old crime check.
Yeah, crime check would be valid too.
Oh fuck. I totally closed my sheet. Sorry, folks. I think 16.
Here's the things you remember and know. One, you're actually not a fledgling. You did a couple jobs for the Zentarum, including one that you brought everyone else on that got you more renown. You're actually, I think, at a renown level 2 with the Zentarum.
I am.
So yeah, you're not on the lowest rung.
Well.
You remember from back when we were involved in the actual module that
Episode 1, 2.
Back before we started fucking the plot.
Back in the very, very beginning. Davil Starsong was rounded up, and he was the head of the Zentarum. They also mentioned that Istrid mentioned that whatever happened at the Growlhund Manor, that was not under his orders. The Zentarum were split. There's other factions of the Zentarum that are doing things on their own, and that is what seems to be causing these issues.
Got it. Okay, now this is all coming back to me. I forgot. I don't remember how I was I think I could rent money from them. Okay.
I remember this plot thing. It's coming back to me now.
Okay. All right. This plot. All right. So
And the split would have been kind of exacerbated by the reveal that Schemo had sold us out to Manchun.
For you guys, yeah, that would definitely have.
yeah.
But that would mean a lot more to Magpie than it would to us.
So okay. So go ahead, Magpie.
So I am probably in deep enough that I might not be super safe. And considering there is a bit of a split right now within the actual faction itself, and the guild itself, I'm not sure where I stand in terms of that, because I actually had no knowledge that any of that was actually happening, though. I didn't find that out until Istrid was on our doorstep.
I wonder if the split is between the old and the new, like between Davil leading the whatever the hell Zentarum, and then the old with Manchun creeping back up, because we learned he was the founder but wasn't the leader anymore. But now we hear there's a split. Maybe the split is between those two people in the old guard, all the killing and the murdering and the thieving, and the newer, softer Zentarum. Aww.
Thank you, Scraticus, for the raid.
Thank you.
Oh!
We're actually getting to the plot tonight. Y'all came at a good moment.
We did the screwing, and now we're doing the plot. It's fine.
Had Johnny told us about any of that information that he had gained earlier?
No, in fact, he just lied about it like a minute ago. So
Got it. All right. Just
he lied about like how he got all that money, when in fact he got that money through an information exchange.
Yep.
All right. So I think we should just take a quick moment here, Johnny. What was that you just said about Manchun?
So, when I was at whatever Zaddy Barnabas, as we've been calling him, I milked him a little bit for information.
And what was it?
So, apparently, so we all know here that Davil's been rounded up, but apparently this Manchun or whatever, that's where the split's coming from, or at least that's where I think is coming from. That makes sense? And we know that Syl's blood got sold to Manchun. Is it Manchun or Manchun?
Manchun.
Yeah.
SH.
Okay. Manchun. So I feel like that's not a coincidence, and my sense is, I'm spitballing here, my sense is that they're the ones behind this split in the Zentarum that we've heard about.
Did you just get that information for free?
I fucked him. That was the exchange.
And the head of the insert the name of the group here.
Watchful Order of the Magus.
Yep, that one. Just gave you the information about the return of the original founder of the Zents?
Well, I think I first heard of Manchun from Schemo.
Correct. Schemo is what told
Right.
you.
Yeah.
He actually didn't. Yeah, he did not mention Manchun.
Barnabas is not the one who told me.
He did not know anything about Manchun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Barnabas mentioned it, but I already knew. So, those are all the pieces I know.
All right. Well, I'm probably not super safe then. So it's good that we're hiring someone who can make use of that dungeon. I think that the other piece to all of this, and I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I had much bigger plans when I joined them. And I don't know that those plans will come to fruition anymore. Both because the Zents are going to be in a state for quite some time. And I think that priorities change.
They certainly do. And, I mean, not for nothing, but the Zentarum kind of suck anyway.
Well, I know. That was partially why I joined them. Well, it doesn't matter. We actually don't need to get into any of that right now. But I'm well aware of that.
Want out.
now that might be something I want to look at.
How does that work? I mean, if they're all being neutralized, rounded up and carted off like dogs, what's there to get out of? You could just walk away, right? Who's gonna pull your strings?
Well, if anyone in the new faction discovers that I was there working, having done jobs for them, then they will be the one to pull me back. So
I would like to roll an insight check on Mixed Magpie at this point.
Sure. Magpie, roll whatever you need to roll.
Good luck, God bless.
Either deception or persuasion, depending on if you're lying or telling the truth. It's a contested roll, so just kind of take a minute, think about it.
I don't. I got like a 10.
I got. Oh, really? I got a 12.
Oh, wow, cool, great.
What is it with the rolls tonight?
I got an 8 plus 4.
Nice.
Okay,
Gosh.
So was that a lie, or was that more truthful?
That was me saying what I think to be the truth is.
Okay. So I just check it. I just kind of nod. Yeah, I guess if... Oh man, Manchun has Syl's blood. This is not good.
No, it's not a great situation, actually, that we're in. It's quite bad. It's really bad.
Johnny just thinks of all the things you could do with someone's blood.
I guess I didn't. I mean, I don't like the idea of people having my blood because of what I am. I did not realize it was this bad.
I don't think any of us realized it was this bad until it was way too late.
What are we going to do about it? Like, what can be done? What do we need? I mean, what do we think he's going to do with my blood?
I think all right.
Do we think he knows that what I am, what I am?
I think the only option that we actually have here, instead of theorizing, is that I try to find someone who's part of this new piece of the Zent, and I see if they have any information about what's going on. However,
so much for getting out.
Right. If it doesn't go well, also, that could be the end of Mixed Magpie. So, but I could do that. I could go do some sleuthing. Some digging.
Who would you go to? Who would you go to?
Who would I go? Someone? Anyone? Who would I go to?
Hang on. Go ahead.
Would you go? Well, you're trying to ascertain who is part of the split.
Yeah, like if I could figure out who is part of the faction under Manchun.
Yeah, if she's trying to get information.
Yeah.
That Manchun is privy to, if she's trying to figure that out.
Yeah, you had one good lead, but he's full of rocks at the bottom of the ocean now.
Good.
I don't know where else because the other people you've encountered, as far as you guys could ascertain, that have been part of the split, were the people at Growlhund Manor and Schemo. You don't really have any other connection to the split. You could try to maybe ask other members and see if they knew from the Zentarum, but unless you have another idea of how you would find out that information.
Ones that haven't been carted off.
Yeah, unless you can find someone still around.
Literally is in our house right now.
But Istrid's a Doom Raider. Or whatever the hell they're called.
No, Doom Raider is right. Doom Raider, and she's part of the original founding of the Zentarum.
Well, if she's part of the original founding, maybe she has an in. It better be Istrid, otherwise.
Otherwise, this is where I die.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be you going in asking the questions.
Right.
And I shift form, and I become Mixed Magpie.
Ah! All right, but
You
what
know,
hap-
I can go in there, and I can try to ascertain what the situation is.
all right, but how is this any better than me going in?
I'm very good at stabbing people.
I am not good at that. That's good. That's a good point. Oh, this makes me nervous.
You going in by yourself makes me nervous.
None of this makes me nervous. Because I think you're both super capable.
All right. So,
You have that spell, the one that can share memories. You can kind of coach me into what I need to know to be you.
all right.
You know, the things that they'll ask me.
Sure. Well, all right. Fuck, I don't like this.
I don't have a better option.
Johnny, do I say yes?
I would say yes. Sills.
It's my blood on the line too.
That's why it makes me nervous. It's fine.
Yeah, when you asked the question, did you want me to answer, or were you just gonna keep going? Was that like a ceremonial kind of thing?
It was just me talking aloud.
Okay, great.
Did you have thoughts?
I think this is what Sill's good at. It's unfortunately, for better or worse, what she was made to do. And it's in our house. If shit gets wild, we'll just bust down the door and fuck you straight up.
Could you say that? Could you say that one more time?
Fuck you straight up.
No, I lost half of that.
Oh, I don't know. I will say, this, for better or for worse, this is what Sill was made for. It'll be in our house, and if anything goes south, we'll come in and fuck shit up.
All right. Fine.
Alrighty.
And then we really should find that nimble ride.
Right, the plot. Yes.
There is money riding on that too.
Okay.
And Sill shifts back into Sill.
Oh my.
Well, Val. Sorry. We'll do Val right now because Istrid's still in the house. So it's sort of a plan.
Thank you.
Is that weird?
Absolutely.
Sounds a
But
bit weird.
yes. But it's fine, and I am appreciative.
You'll have to coach me before I can actually speak to anyone. But, you know.
That's fine. That'll be the easy part.
Okay. So while... Is there anything else with that particular scene anyone else would like to contribute?
All good. All good here.
So while these interviews and that conversation all happened, Hamish, what have you been up to today?
Hamish was down by the docks, kind of where him and Johnny had their romantic interlude, and just kind of walking around, just looking to see if anyone resembles who we saw last night.
How would you like to go about that search?
I think he's just gonna walk. He's keeping it casual. He's just gonna walk
You try-
around and see if anyone.
All right, so you're just trying to look around and
Yes.
see if you find anybody.
Yeah, he's not
Roll
talking.
me, roll me a perception check.
Okay. This is perception. It's not ideal. +4 is 10. Not great.
So you spend a few hours just kind of walking around, trying to keep it casual, keeping it loose, you know, as Hamish does. And you don't really seem to see anybody that resembles you, that resembles the individual that you saw that night. What would you like to do?
He's going.
Do you shift strategies? Do you look somewhere else?
No, he's going to go to the. He'll go to the, what is it? The schooner, whatever the one at the docks was, whatever the boat at the bar at the docks was.
Okay. You named that, so.
Scummy schooner. Yeah, I know. It's on my notes aren't here. The scummy schooner, I believe it was.
The what schooner?
Scummy.
The scummy schooner. That sounds like a Thai bar.
It does.
All
That's
right.
where I go to.
All right. So you head to the scummy schooner in the slums. Oh, in the docks. Sorry. Yep, in the docks.
And just orders a drink, and just kind of gonna relax there for a while.
All right. What is your passive perception?
14.
14?
Mm.
Okay. You have your drink. By the time you finish it, you haven't really seen anyone yet. Bartender comes over to you. You want another?
Yeah, one more for the road. Like a nice road whiskey.
You looking for someone?
I was trying to see if there was anyone out of the ordinary you haven't seen around here before. I saw someone looked like they might have been familiar last night.
Old flame or something?
I don't think so. But just maybe an old friend.
Starts pouring you another drink. Unusual how?
Just someone who hasn't been, just someone unusual for the docks. Not a usual, didn't look like a sailor, didn't look like someone I've seen around Waterdeep. Maybe a different race or something.
Had one gnomish woman come in, looked like she was here for a booty call. Looked like the docks weren't her place. But it's gonna roll. Now that you mention it, different in that way, in terms of appearance and such. There was one individual had skin about the shade of yours in here about 2 nights past.
Did they want anything? Say anything?
I don't know, what's that to you?
A decent tip. And he slides over a gold.
Might have said, how long they're going to be in town.
All right. How long was that?
About a week at best.
Any idea where?
Oh, I could maybe jog my memory.
All right. One more road whiskey for both of us, and another tip. We'll pay his gold, which I have.
Staying in the Sea Ward.
All right.
In a hostel.
Got a name for the hostel?
I mean, there's only 2 hostels in the Sea Ward. Can't be that hard to find.
All right. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Much appreciated. Takes his shot and goes on the road.
You have a fine evening. Thanks for your patronage.
No problem. I will write down the gold.
there anything else you'd like to do with your evening?
No, I'll
Or your day? I mean, you spent about, let's see, how long did those interviews and everything take? What time is it about when all
They
of that
started at
wrapped up?
I would have to say probably 6.
Okay. So you spent, I'd say, 4 to 5 of those hours hanging around in the dock wards looking for that individual and then hanging out at the bar for that information.
Hamish will go back to the Troll Skull for the night.
All right. With the fresh information of a potential lead on who you are, where you come from, what you are, the mystery of Hamish has a thread to unravel. We are going to call it for the evening. Thank you, everybody, so much for hanging out with us this evening. Let's go around and just kind of go over who we are, where you can find us, anything special going on, and favorite moment of the night. By the way, Hamish, first lead on who and what you are that you have had in your entire life.
Correct. I'm Ty. You can find me here and on Twitter. I'm here on every Tuesday. And you can find me in Mythos Mystery Society. We have a game on Saturday we are playing that is a second half of Chris's first game he's running in this system called The Demented Days of Danvers. It's spooky and a lot of fun. Also, all of our episodes are on YouTube and iTunes podcasts. My favorite moment for the night, probably the sex interviews. It was just...
Oh my god.
I don't know. I mean, it's just really, really, really great, guys. Really great stuff. It's quality content. That's it for me. Emma.
Are we just okay? Hello, everybody. I am Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. Do that so you can see all of the stuff that I'm doing if you're interested. So I will be back here tomorrow as part of the Dungeons and Doggies charity event / episode for Animal Helper. So that'll be really exciting. Swing by, donate if you can, or just hang out. And then I will actually on Saturday be over on Scraticus for another Dungeons and Doggies game, which I'm really, really excited about. And then on Monday, on Monday, our Ravnica game is over, but I will be back there at the same time over on Variant Rolls as part of Hellbind 7. It is a sci-fi Savage World game that's going to be real fun. Happy Capster will be running that, so that'll be great. Really excited. I'm going to be an android. My favorite moment from tonight. Boy, y'all, it's a tough one tonight for sure. I really enjoyed the way the Shape of Water scene unraveled and unfolded at the very beginning. It was actually just lovely. It was really lovely. And I think you both did a really great job with that.
Thank you. So I'm Matthew Foreman. Hey, it's me. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter, right there. Follow me on Twitter to stay updated. I'm not going to be on tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm taking a break from my little, baby Ghost of the Machine. So be sure to check out tomorrow and help raise money for Animal Helper. Friday, I will be running Storm King's Thunder, and then Saturday, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Matt in the Machine again. Matt's in the Machine. So yeah, I'm, as you know, taking a little bit of a break, stepping back from content creation because I'm a little burnt out. But doing good here. How are you? My favorite moment from tonight. I'm so glad. Thank you for bringing up the shape of water. The monster fucking was terrific, but I just enjoyed the interplay of us interviewing the candidates, and I love the moment when oh my Alexis / Val or Syl is just like, shouldn't
Claudia,
you? Yeah, Claudia is like,
Claudia
shouldn't
Syl.
you be doing like, letting them do it? I'm like, yeah, but it's Mixed Magpie. They have to make it weird. Mixed Magpie just like turning everything into a competition. She's like, life is a competition, and I'm gonna win. It's like, whoa,
I'm gonna win this.
Calm down.
Right.
Yeah, so,
I'm better.
take it away, Alexis.
Hey, I'm Alexis. You can find me at Vox Fanato. I know at least one person was talking about the overlay that we have this evening. I did in fact make it. I do in fact have commissions open. Follow me on Twitter, DM me on Twitter. If you have questions about commissions for overlays and assets for that sort of thing, logos, whatever, let me know. Anyway, I am going to be here tomorrow. I am part of Dice Priori. I live here. I breathe here on Dice Priori. I'll be here tomorrow for Dungeons and Doggies for the charity stream. I will also be here Friday for Alexis Attempts Art at 4 p.m. where I will continue some cartography, some map making of a quite large endeavor, a large undertaking of an entire continent in a homebrew setting by Matthew Foreman called Edda for The Ghost in the Machine. I will then, after a short break on Friday, be giving Chase, who you saw in chat earlier and is also on Dice Priori and does a variety of things and is also my husband, I will be giving him a goth makeover. It will be his first ever goth makeover, and it's brought to you by bits from all of you lovely people in chat who really wanted that content, and I'm going to give it to you. He is willing to be gothified, so ask and you shall receive. That will happen at 7:30 on Friday. And we're also having a bunch of other one-shots lined up on our Wednesday time slot at 7 p.m. Central. And one of those is a Taldore one-shot that I am going to be DMing. And we have all sorts of lovely guests lined up. Mackenzie, who was in chat earlier, is going to be on it. Matthew is going to be here for it. The Critical Bard will be showing up, as well as Happy Caster, who is also in chat and lovely and wonderful. And, oh no. Yes. And Maya from Legends of Evantris. Lovely individuals. Sorry, my brain is fried at this hour. And it's going to be fantastic. It is basically my love letter to Taldore. I'm going to be posting the primer that I wrote for it on Twitter sometime in the next week or two. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to be raising money on 9/11 for first responders via the Feel Good Foundation. So please pay attention to that. I'll have some information posting for that soon. Apart from that, my favorite moment tonight, boy howdy. My favorite moment was a lot of the ones already listed, but I'll go with something new. The Syl and Mixed Magpie little interchange there. That whole whatever that scene was. I was not prepared for it.
It was great.
But we went there.
We did.
And things happened.
It was beautiful.
And that was great. I loved all of tonight. I loved a lot of tonight. And thank you everybody so much for being here. Thank you so much for going on this journey with us every week. I mean, this is the show where we say, fuck the plot, let's explore personal traumas.
That's right.
And every week you all keep coming back for it, so we must be doing something okay. We love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the raids, Mercs of Mischief and Scraticus. We love you so much. We love everybody in chat. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you all next week on Tuesday as usual. We miss you, Chris.
We're gonna go ahead and raid We Are Nerdsmith. So go
Let's
ahead and
do
show
it.
them love.
All right. And we will see you all next week in the garbage world of Waterdeep. Bye-bye.
Here we go. Bye.